Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to Riga, Latvia. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup European Qualifiers, Game Day 3, Group A, and the battle between Ukraine and Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Riga, to Xiamen Arena for FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027.
Denmark and Georgia trading blows in the other Group A game today, and then these two teams will go at it again in a few days' time.
It's time to
And if you look at the standings, you can see that Spain and Ukraine, they not only rhyme, they have 2-0 records. So this is a battle for first place. And, you know, the winner takes a huge step towards qualification for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Of course, you got to get to the second round first. And Spain or Ukraine, if they win both of their games, they will be assured of getting into the second round. So this game obviously being played in Riga because of events in Ukraine, not able to host games right now. This has been their home away from home in recent times. And their coach, Ainars Bagatskis, actually is Latvian. You can see Chus Mateo, the head coach of Spain, having replaced or succeeded, shall we say, Sergio Scariolo, figure, man that I think many people would say is, if not the greatest coach of all time in international basketball, certainly one of them, certainly one of them. There have been so many good ones over the years. Chus Mateo could not have had a better start. Ainars Bagatskis used to coach Latvia's national team, and he's also been the coach of Ukraine's national team before he's back at the helm. Something that he really wants to do. He understands a lot of the struggles that the people are having in that country, and has a real affinity with that, the strong connection with these players, and coming out. And it's great to see as well Sergei Gladier, one of the assistant coaches now in this Ukraine national team. Of course, he was the sharpshooter, played for the national team back in the day. Now the time for the national anthems.
And a national anthem of Ukraine.
So the players huddle up and the coaches shake hands, and the main aim is to play well today and to get the W, because every win is priceless as these teams try to make it to Qatar. And of course, as always is the case, you can see in international basketball, a lot of the players that go up against each other know each other because they've been teammates or they play in the same leagues. It's always great to see. Ademir Zarapovic, the veteran from Bosnia-Herzegovina, the crew chief. Paulo Marques from Portugal on the left, and Edgard Teturelli from France on the right. So good refereeing crew as always, and looking forward to doing this game.
FIBA technical delegate for the game, Antonio Ogrinovic from North Macedonia.
Spain coming off a difficult FIBA Eurobasket when things just did not click for them. It was the most disappointing tournament in terms of results. They weren't able to get out of that group phase, and I'm sure they have a lot of incentive. Alvaro Cardenas, Jaime Fernandez, Sergi Martinez, Santa Justa, and Fran Guerra, the starting five today, with Oriol Pauli, Ferran Basas, Alex Reyes, Lanza, Almanza, Nogues, and Oriola coming off the bench for coach Chus Mateo. There's Chus Mateo, and drawing up some plays, and we'll talk about tough act to follow with Scariolo, who led Spain to multiple medals, titles, Olympic berths. But one thing you can be assured of is that in Spain, they're probably going to get it right. So Ivan Tkachenko, Denis Lukashov, Andrei Vojnilovic, Dmitry Skapantsev, and Alexander Kovalyar in the starting five. And Lipovi, the veteran, amongst those coming off the bench. And Bagatskis, former Latvia player as well as coach, is at the helm of this Ukraine team. Eight players in this Ukraine roster, played in the last window. And there are 8 as well that played with Spain in that last window. So good for continuity. You know, we talk about as well Spain having had a tough Eurobasket where they finished 17th out of 24 teams. That just doesn't seem possible. But the complications that go along with playing in Europe, you know, it is tough. It is tough to win. It is tough to qualify for tournaments. And Ukraine did not even qualify for the last Eurobasket that was played last summer, including the final round here in Latvia. So just as a reminder, Spain would qualify for the second round with 2 wins in this window, and they could also qualify with a win if Denmark or Georgia win twice. And it's the same for Ukraine. Ukraine could qualify with 2 wins, or they could qualify if Denmark or Georgia win twice. But the aim is not just to get to the second round. The aim is to get to Qatar, and every result important as you progress. And it's also crucial, remember folks, that you got to get as many points as you can get. You know, you don't ease up. You know, your margin of victory could be pivotal at the end of a game. And so there's no such thing really as running up the score against an opponent. If you get on top of them, or if you have a last possession and you're up several points and you know you're going to win the game, you still want to get those points because it could come in handy in terms of a head-to-head tiebreaker or a goal differential tiebreaker. Say you have 3 teams with the same records. So all of these things add up, and it just means that every single second of every game is crucial when it comes to international basketball. Cardenas, who played college basketball in America at San Jose State in the starting lineup, also played at Boise State as well. Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're underway here. Spain winning the opening tip against Ukraine and attacking the basket. To the left on your screen, Jaime Fernandez, the Unicaja Malaga guard, getting the start and driving in, and that is where he is at his best. He just knows how to get downhill and get to the basket. Not the biggest guy, but he seems to score at will. There's the turn, and the ball goes out of bounds. Excuse me, the former Unicaja Malaga guard, Jaime Fernandez, now at obviously La Laguna Tenerife, where he's a teammate of some other really good guards. Bruno Fittipaldi and Marcelinho Huertas, also seasoned internationals. Here's a jump shot, and that's a good start for Ukraine. Knocking it down, number 50, Alexander Kovlar. Santi Justa open from the wing. Well, Ukraine pass it around, bring it up the floor. Nice handles from Kovlar. Passes back outside. And the shot from Skapintsev off target. Fernandez again gets it up, and this time misses, but Fran Guerra, his Tenerife teammate, with the rebound. Cardenas drives in and scores, and really interesting story with Valencia Basket, but on loan, or has playing this season with Peristeri in Greece. And here's the drive and the dunk for Ukraine's number 5, Tkachenko. Cha-ching. And Ukraine go back up by 1. Here's Justa. You see Spain want to get that high percentage shot, but they've turned it over. Here's Cardenas. I mean, it's not your typical ways you see Tkachenko flying in and dunking. It's not typical to see Spain players not really be huge parts of the youth program and to go play in college basketball and then come back and play for the national team. But that is what he's done. Look at that nice pass down low, and that's where Skapintsev needs to be. That is a very big man, Skapintsev. 2.06 meters in height, 6 feet 9 inches. And Santi Justa trying to hand the basketball off to Guerra. Ukraine quickly down the floor. Tkachenko lets it fly. And living dangerously, Sergio Martinez gets the rebound. Spain giving up that open look. Fernandez missing. Justa with the long rebound. Guardian's trying to make himself available. Justa whips it down low, and Frangano misses the bunny. Oh my. So the foul on Jaime Fernandez. See Kovalar there, plays with Buduknas in Montenegro. Now he's got the defense on his back, drifts in. Well, he's in a good spot. Wasn't close on the shot. And here's a check right as he crosses midcourt. Denis Lukashov committing the foul. Cardenas. Gets the ball in bounds, gets it back. Spain winning the World Cup in 2006, 2019, and that ball got away from Guerra, and it leads to a break, and Lukashov gets it up and in. Ukraine opportunistic, capitalizing. And a little shaky start here by Spain, trailing 9-4. Houston with a bounce pass to Guerra. Fran Guerra is knocked away. Now he's got it. And good defense, losing that battle. And again, a shaky start for Fran Guerra. Skopincev forcing that turnover. Vojnilovic gives it to Lukashev. Lukashev zips it out to the wing. That was a nice drive by Vojnilovic. Did not make it. And just 4 points so far, nearly 5 minutes into the game for Spain. Meanwhile, one veteran replaces another as Lipovic comes in for Lukashov. Lipovic's been with his national team for a long time. Used to always write his name into that team. He was at the World Cup in 2014 when Ukraine qualified. That great Eurobasket 2013. Tkachenko called for the hold. Martinez setting the pick, and Tkachenko saying, "Are you sure he wasn't moving?" Here's Jaime Fernandez again. Martinez available. Look at that finish. How about that? Jaime Fernandez taking the bump and still making the shot.
Number 15, first personal foul. Team Ukraine now has reached foul limit, 40 fouls.
So and one coming for Jaime Fernandez. And this guy has been a great player for Spain over the years. Only played at one big tournament, Jaime Fernandez, Eurobasket 2022, and of course, Spain won that one. And that was one that they weren't supposed to win. Yet they did go all the way. He completes the three-point play. And Fernandez now with 5 points. Kovalar takes it into the lane. Good position, Oriola. Pierre Oriola kind of got hemmed in there. Gave up that position. The captain, Pustovi, comes into the game for Ukraine, as does number 34, Tartishnek. Kovalar has it. Lipovic behind the back pass in the lane. Not much room there. Oh, deserved a better finish. Now Spain with a chance to tie it or go in front. And the guy that's been leading him is Fernandez, and this time he is not successful. Made the tougher shot the previous trip down the floor. And Cardenas called for the push.
Coming to game for the first time, number 13, Vyacheslav Bobrov.
Vyacheslav Bobrov checks into the game. He's a big fella. Comes in for Vojnilovic.
Spain now has 3 team fouls.
And Valencia's Isaac Nogues checks into the game. Just 22 years of age. Comes in for Jaime Fernandez. Nogues, known for his defense, saw a beautiful bounce pass Pustovi, and they get a bucket. Lipovic. Now some of the passing really close to the basket is terrific. And how about that, Cardenas? One of the better Spain players you probably don't know that much about. And there is a push and a foul.
Foul to Spain, number 22. Santiusta first personal foul. Substitution for Team Ukraine. Coming in the game for the first time, number 45, Vitaly Soto. Team Spain has reached now within 14 fouls.
That was Lipovi scoring on the previous trip down the floor. And this is Cardenas. And moving screen as Zotov is curling. Well, Noguez goes back out immediately. Here's not sure what happened here. So he gets the ball back for his team. And then Chus Mateo brings it back out of the game.
Offensive foul, Team Spain, number 29, Oriola, his second.
And up here, Oriola with a moving screen.
Substitution for Team Spain.
Cardenas, an interesting player, played a lot of minutes in the first two wins. There's Oriola. He's got to come back into the team. Now Noguez comes back in. Not sure what's going on with Noguez, and Cardenas goes out. Cardenas did play, so he played in the last two, and so that was when he made his bow. Here's Ivan Almanza, and he will be a player that you've definitely heard about. For obviously plays at Real Madrid, but also famous for being the MVP of the under-17 FIBA Basketball World Cup and the under-19, also the under-18 Eurobasket. Pustovi just goes in and just has his way in that low post. Basas gets it back. Gets it up on the baseline. Difficult shot. Pustovi with the rebound. Zotov to Lipovi. A great start for Spain, but trailing by just 3. And Zotov tried to force it where it wasn't going to go. They settle for a 3, and it doesn't fall. Now quickly, Santiusta passes back outside. Noguez not interested. Passes, whips it to the corner. Here's Noguez. And foul called. Pustovi picks up the personal. And that's already his second, so that's not a good sign for the captain. Oh, just bowled over Santiusta. Not even sure he realized he was there. So Santiusta will go to the free throw line. That is not a good development for Ukraine and for coach Einars Bagatskis to have Pustovi in. I mean, technically, you're not in foul trouble, really, till you get 3. But to pick up 2 as quickly as he has in just 2.5 minutes makes you wonder if he might be coming out. Oriol Pauli coming into the game for Spain after Houston makes his free throw. And it's back to a 1-point game. Oriol Pauli, one of those like Justa, who played in the last window, used to getting his first 2 points and now exits. Zotov left wide open, puts it up from deep, the back of the cup. Almanza with his first rebound. Basas drives in, little Oh boy, what a nice finish that was. Spain having a lot of success driving to the basket. Sotov from up top gets it to go. So Spain's lead was brief. Ukraine go back up. Ukraine now 2 of 6 from three-point range. And now traveling. Spain not enamored with that, but let's have another look at Sotov's three. He gets open. Plays for Kappenberg Bulls in Austria. This was Bassas at the other end, just kind of flings it up there. And now the reach and the foul on Francis Alonso, who's just checked into the game for Spain. So Spain over the limit. And free throws coming for Ukraine. Alonso plays for CB Breogán. Gustovi staying in the game despite picking up those 2 early fouls. Zoltov, meanwhile, goes to the line and makes the first. Zoltov was not with the team in the last window. He has played for this the senior national team going back to 2021. And also played for the youth teams every summer, 2013 to 2017. Alonso brings the ball up the floor. Here's Alonso. Spain down 4. Alonso, oh, Bassas just able to pick it and then pass it, complete it. And the ball kicked with 3.8 seconds remaining. I mean, the degree of difficulty for that for Bassas was something else. Somehow he was able to, first of all, catch it, and it was falling out of bounds. He was able to deliver a perfect bounce pass. So that ball deflected. So actually, let's say they reset the shot clock. Alonso misses from deep. Almanza gets it. Alonso again sprays it out to Pauli, back to Bassas from the wing. He's got it! And the veteran really playing some good basketball. "33 years of age, now with Baxi Manresa. Ferran Bassas. Lipovi knocks down the 3. Gets it right back. Ukraine now 3 of 7 from deep. Spain might have the last shot of this quarter. Bassas drives in, gets it up, misses, but there's the follow on him. Ethan Almanza misses with it, the putback. Spain are going to have another chance. Almanza catches, gets it up. So shaky start for Spain. Ukraine playing with some vim and vigor here. They lead it 21-17 over Spain at the end of 1.
Хочемо подякувати FIBA, титульний спонсор чоловічої збірної України з баскетболу.
So here we are looking back and seeing Jaime Fernandez driving in and scoring early on. And then we had Kovar knocking down the 3. Cardenas playing some good basketball today. He's got 5 points as well. He's got Chinko coming in for the dunk. And Fernandez making that shot despite being fouled. This is a good bounce pass from Pustogi. Lipovi also coming off the bench and has 5 points. That was Cardenas showing the range. And then Zotov, who just missed the previous trip down the floor, wasn't put off and knocked down the 3, much to the annoyance of Chus Mateo. But then Ferran Bassis answers with a 3, only for Alexander Lipovi to knock down a 3. That's right, we saw it. That was a 3-pointer, Alexander. So Spain, 4 of 10 inside the arc, 2 of 6 from deep, perfect at the line, 5 of 9 inside the arc for Ukraine, and 3 of 7 from deep, and also perfect at the line, 2 of 2. Scan in the QR code, folks, the barcode, to get Courtside 1891 in your smartphone. Get that app so you can watch live streams, extended highlights, and stay up to date with the world of international basketball. Well, Spain is the country of the Gasols, Paul and Mark, of Juan Carlos Navarro, of Rudy Fernandez, of Jorge Garbajosa. So many greats in the history of international basketball. Trust me, since the millennium, Spain dominated the game, but they have now moved on, and it's time for the new generation of Spain to really kind of show that they can get it done. And it's, you know, some exciting players in this whole Spain national team program, but it is a process. And right now they've got their hands full with a Ukraine national team, again, that missed out on the Eurobasket last year. Bastos called for the foul on Zotov. Poland and Latvia will also be playing in Riga in several hours. So a lot of basketball today in Riga. Brings back memories of the Eurobasket last summer. Here is Lipovi driving in and scoring. And you can see there's a good crowd here of fans supporting Ukraine. A lot of Ukrainians actually living in Riga as well. 23-17. From Bassis, gets it to the corner. Pauli drives in, gets swatted. The blocking foul called on Ukraine's number 34. Or is it Bobrov? No, it is on Ilya Tretiznik. Good aggressive play for Spain. You can see they're getting a little bit frustrated with the way this game is going, trying to pick up the intensity a little bit. Kovar is going to come back into the game. So Bastos has been really good. He goes out of the game. Cardenas, Bastos, and Jaime Fernandez each with 5 points. So they've been doing the bulk of the scoring for Spain thus far. Oriol Pauli steps up and makes the first free throw. 31 years of age, plays for Lleida in Spain's Liga Endesa, the ACB. And Pauli makes both. 2.01 meter forward, that's 6 feet 7 inches. Pauli. Zotov again. Now Kovlar. Kovlar just inside the stripe and gets fouled as he launches it. The foul on Alonso. Nope. Actually, excuse me, I think they're going to call this on Cardenas. Yes, Cardenas. And I think what Chus Mateo's upset about there is you don't want to foul the jump shooter. So that puts Kovlar on the line. Definitely a nice crowd when you consider this, you know, Ukraine are kind of playing at a home away from home. But I think Spain also draws fans no matter who's in their roster. So a really good one so far. 24-19. They get another one for the lane violation. And the free throw is good from Kovlar. Takes advantage of that second chance. Cardenas brings it up against Zotov. The longer this game goes on, the longer that Ukraine are winning, the more confident they're going to be. Cardenas gets it down low and misses everything. Bobrov fouled by Pauli.
Foul to Spain, number 5. His first personal foul on timeout for Team Spain.
Well, things not going well for Spain right now. Chus Mateo is still searching for a little bit of extra. Calls a timeout. Again, these teams will meet in Oviedo on Monday. So they're going to know each other very well after this window.
Vamos así con este que tengo ahora. ¿Vale? Coges a Kovlar, Isaac. ¿Vale? Vamos a ver si somos capaces de jugar al baloncesto pasándonos la bola. El que nos nieguen aquí la derecha no significa que no juguemos salidas de bloqueos, que no juguemos en situaciones
Well, Ukraine having a good first half. (23-17) is their lead, and they've got possession. Kovlar takes it deep. Pustovi sneaks in there, but Fran Guerra got into his way. Guerra hustles down the court. Jaime Fernandez trying to bring a little bit of impetus on offense. Brings it back outside. Ukraine ready for him that time. Shot clock down to 5. Justa gets it up and is long. And Lipovic with the rebound. Oh, and Pustovi really fortunate, I think, that he didn't pick up his third foul there. It looked like he pushed off. That's what Chus Mateo is saying as well. Watch this. Said he used to thinking the same thing. Well, I think we know where Spain landed on that opinion. Here's Justa. Ukraine getting a little physical with him. Justa drives in, and if this is Pustovi, this is his third. And he is a player they know well, obviously, because he now plays in Andorra. He's been in Spain for a long time. So I'd say that's pretty smart basketball by Spain, going at Pustovi to make sure he picks up that third foul. You know, goes out of the game. And Ukraine are deprived of their captain and really important player in that low post until probably the second half. Nogues back into the game. Santiusta makes one of two. Interesting backcourt with Kovlar and Zotov. Zotov steps to his left. He comes up on the line, gets the long rebound, passes it back outside to Kachinko. Good passing game right now by Ukraine. Zotov, ooh, looked like he had a pretty decent shot there, just didn't make it. All of his passing options dried up. And now Fernandez again, will he try to get to the basket? And Zotov whistled for the foul. It's his first. He raised his hand. No dispute there. You can see that Spain right now are not a happy bunch. Fernandez. Lukashov back in the game, guarding him. Fernandez gets it up from deep. And good, strong rebound by Vojnilovic. Kovlar after the pick sends Nogues down. And here is Fran Guerra. Now, at times, this is starting to look a little like what I would call wrestling, wrestle ball, maybe. Why don't we call it? Because there is a lot of contact, a lot of flesh on flesh, a lot of bodies being wrapped up. Kovlar gets it up from deep. Oh, and opportunity goes by the wayside for Ukraine because Dmitry Skapintsev was there for the rebound. In, gets it to Justa. Justa's pass deflected, but Justa gets it. Monza hustles, but steps out of bounds. Here's the drive, and Lukashov just lays it up and in. Just looked like a little bit of a layup drill. Spain are so aware of Ukraine wanting to make that pass that a couple times now we've seen the guy with the ball have a good look. Tkachenko steps up and gets a bump on Santiusta. Bassis is going to come back into the game. Bassis gets it to Guerra. That's more like it for Fran Guerra. Boy, Bassis has done some good work today. Such a luxury for Spain to be able to call on players like Bassis for these windows. Here is Lukashov missing it from deep, and now Guerra wrapped up. And look, wrestling 101, and hustling down the floor was Skapintsev, the guy that was tangled up with Guerra. Kovar gets it to the corner of Vojnilovic. Well, that was early. Not sure that's what they're looking for, Ukraine. Ferran Bassas gets another one. And Bassas coming to the rescue for Spain right now. Bassas with 8 points, has an assist in 5.5 minutes. And you can see that the emotions running high for Spain.
Adelante le buscaremos las opciones, pero si venimos de contraataque, más todo. Santi, prefiero que acabes fuerte ahora.
Si estoy yendo a este lado,
Mira,
no
estás
corto, no puedo.
esperando la
Рога вниз. Дэн, ты играешь пик. Ты помоги на пресс-трек. Играет Дима как рога вниз, и ты ставишь задний заслон. Да. Потом, далее Дима, если двумя ударами прошел, ты играешь высокий хендл. И с этого нападай.
Ще, друзі, ваша енергетика сьогодні просто безцінна.
Okay, so there is the top brass for Ukraine watching courtside. Now driving in, getting it down low, Skapintsev. And Tkachenko misses it from deep. Bassas brings it up. Spain with a chance to tie it or take the lead. Santa Justa. Bassas steps to his left, gets it up. This man is playing some ball today. He's got 11 points. Of all the players, you look up and down that roster, who would you think would be Spain's most important player at this point in the game? I'm not sure that many people would have said Ferran Bassas. He has become an X factor. Spain with that 1-point lead. How will Ukraine react? Vojnilovic left open. Ivan Almanza with the rebound. Now Bassas again. Bassas, beautiful bounce pass to Guerra, who was a little hesitant to shoot it and turns it over. And I can only imagine that Chus Mateo's like, big fella, if you're open from the free throw line, you got to take that, because that lane area was crowded. Look at this. He's been doing this all day long. And you can see that Chus Mateo is like, boy, I'm glad we got Bassas. 3 of 3 from three-point range. Ferran Bassas, and here Ukraine gets a stop. Kovlar has it, crosses midcourt. Skip pass over to Lipovi. The dump down low and the alley-oop, and what a play, and the foul as well. Sends Skapintsev to the line for a three-point play, potentially. Seems a little rough.
Coming in number 8.
Well, if Skapintsev can take advantage. Alex Reyes coming into the game for Santa Justa. Skapintsev, who got tangled up with Fran Guerra, has been a little scrappy, and Pustovi out of the game with 3 fouls. Skapintsev becomes even more important now. He's got 5 points. Look at that, 2 rebounds, couple of steals, contributing across the board. Jaime Fernandez and Lipovi. Wow, you do not often see Jaime Fernandez troubled like that. Lipovi knew exactly what he wanted, and then a reach and a foul called on Alexander Lipovi.
Number 11, Alexander Lipovi, he's first.
Well, I think they know that Jaime Fernandez wants to go to his right. They don't want to give it to him. So Fernandez steps up the line with a chance to tie it with 2:38 remaining. And he does. Good work from Fernandez. He steps out. Now Nogues comes back in. Isaac Nogues. Alex Reyes comes up to play some D. And with 2.5 minutes remaining, Ukraine have led for most of the first half, but Spain starting to find some rhythm. Here is Vojnilovic missing it from a long way out. Good rebound from Isaac Nogues. That man, Basas, once again, 13 points for Basas. I have to look through the annals to see how often he's scored this many points, and he's done it in the first half. Spain with the lead. And the offense kind of grinding to a halt for Ukraine. They can't hit anything. Three-point shot. Alex Reyes missing. Vojnilovic bats it out, but it goes to Ethan Almanza. Basas again. He gets it up. Little heat check for Ferran Basas. Ukraine's really struggled the last few minutes. Kovar gets it. Vojnilovic. Can he finally get one to drop? Still will not fall for Vojnilovic. The foul called on Spain.
Foul on team Spain, number 35. Number 35, Fran Guerra, second personal foul. Substitution for both teams. For Team Ukraine coming in, number 45, Itali Soto, and for Team Spain, number 7, Jaime Fernandez.
Skapintsev has been very important here in the latter stages of this first half. And he makes one of two because his rebound puts it back up. Oh, he misses. Could have had a three-point trip down the floor. Fran Guerra having to pick it up. Now they got to hurry to get it across, and they do in time, just in the nick of time. Good hands, Kovlar, and that will not count. Great defense. And now Ukraine want a timeout. So 32-31 Spain lead, but Ukraine don't want to waste that timeout and try to get some points here at the end of the half.
там, делает это снейпу, неважно, и все равно шанс от пятого. Например, Липа, ты идешь против пятого шанс. Сам. Потому что ты как четвертый играешь нападение. Смотрите, нападение делает так. Виталий, переходишь центром. Да, Виталий переходит как первый. Липа, наверное, тебя будет держать второй большой. Типа, придерживаешь чуть-чуть как переходит. Саша здесь, Виталий здесь, Дима. И здесь три. Вот. И получается. И тоже. Ты здесь как 4. И уходит. Смотри.
Шановні вболівальники, потрібно трошки вашої енергії. Україна!
Well, this guy right here has really helped Spain today. He's got 13 points. Just looking back through the annals of all of his appearances for Spain, he's never averaged more than 6 points. He played in 6 games for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 European qualifiers, and he also played in 5 Eurobasket 2022 qualifying games. Zoltov hands it off. Kovlar. Tkachenko asking for it. They go down low. Skapantsev and Nogues was getting posted up, and that was a good work.
Substitution for Spain coming in number 7, Jaime Fernandez.
So Nogues goes out. Jaime Fernandez comes back in. Offense for defense. And Skapantsev makes the first to tie it. Remember, he missed the second one on his last attempt on his previous trip to the line. Got the rebound, but then missed with the putback. This time he makes both. And now Spain want a timeout to discuss the possibilities. They want to make the most of their final 13 seconds. But Ukraine have gone back in front. Ukraine have led in this game for most of the first half. Their biggest lead, 7 points.
Друзі, я нагадую, що сьогодні найактивніший. Один вболівальник або вболівальниця.
Cuidado con la presión porque ahora no habrá grandes. Vamos a sacar de Lo sacamos de este lado. ¿Vale? Empiezan a recibir. He hecho uno, sí. Pero no os vayáis del todo. ¿Vale? Quiero el pase de vuelta a Ferran que va a sacar. Y si no, lo quiero a Jaime de vuelta. ¿Vale? Vamos a cruzar el campo. ¿Vale? Cruzamos el campo. Alex. Aquí. Mejor. En este lado. Porque nos van a negar la derecha. ¿Vale? Entonces, vamos. Izan. Rápido, venidte aquí. Vamos a ir. Jaime. Vamos, vamos.
So yeah, this is the most points that Ferran Bastos has scored. He had 12 points against Israel back in the Eurobasket 2022 qualifiers. He had 11 against Poland as well. But this is the first time he's had 13, and he's done it in the first half. So it is quite a performance by Ferran Bastos, who's going to inbound the basketball. Had a terrific career. Inbounds the basketball. Now he's got it back. Crosses midcourt, hands it off. Ooh, nowhere to go. And dribbling it out of bounds, Reyes. So 0.3 seconds left, I believe, which means the only thing Ukraine can do is throw it up to the rim. And yeah, it's not going to be enough. So very interesting first half here in Riga, where Ukraine giving Spain all they can handle and more. They lead at 33-32. Low scoring affair in the European qualifiers. Well, neither team shooting it great. Certainly Ukraine not from deep, 3 of 16, yet they still lead by 1. Spain doing a good job at the free throw line. 16 rebounds for Ukraine, 22 for Spain, but Ukraine is still winning. And they do have 7 more assists to Spain. Also a couple more steals. Basas with the game high 13 points. Fernandez with 7. Skapantsev has 8 to lead Ukraine. Well, that second quarter, Ukraine really playing well. Spain getting agitated, really trying to pick up their game. And it was a real battle, getting really physical. And at the same time, players like Lukashev reading the game well, driving into the lane, taking the shot. And Ferran Basas not just scoring, but also handing the basketball off to Fran Guerra. And then Basas, you gonna leave me open? I'm having the game of my life. And he puts it up and in. 3 threes for him in the first half alone, and on his way to a career Spain high 13 points in just 1 half. Here he is again, knocking it down. That was a terrific play by Skapantsev. I think Ukraine fortunate to get to the line. Well, no, definitely Almanza slid in there under him. Ferran Basas having all sorts of success today.
Let's get this body size. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown.
Goes in for the dunk.
Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me!
What a pass that is, Matson! Are you mad, son?
To Shimada, glides through, no one there, oh, batted away. What a defensive start. Markovic meets him at the penthouse and swats it away. Might be Kununchuk to drill for the lob, and he's gonna tie us up.
There's about a 3-second differential, and the Netherlands turn it over. Oh my word. M1. Sokolowski.
Approach it in the open floor, bounce pass, Tony behind the back. Are you kidding me? A little bit of showtime at the most important time of the game. Approach it a head up. He comes back and just hammers it home.
Fourth turnover of the game for Serbia.
Drives inside with a two-handed thunder for Fana. That's a big play. Oh, it's been thrown away by Grover. Cool him up for three. No way! You are kidding me! You are kidding me right now! Unbelievable here in Copa. Has that really just happened?
Yai goes downhill. Oh yeah! Cheryl with a yeah. Just sticks the defender on a poster.
They have to heave. No good off the glass. Spain, who have numbers, and they finish. Alex Reyes extends the lead 60-43, and Spain is on a roll, just having their way tonight.
Throws it up. Olashenis builds it. Sorgiones for the win. Oh my goodness! Lithuania make it on the buzzer. How simply, just how? The basketball gods favor their most loved child, Lietuva.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go tax to close out. Big Bruno inside.
Fills it up.
Well, leading the way for Spain at halftime, Ferran Bastos, 13 points. Look at that. 3 of 3 from deep. Surpassing his previous high for Spain of 12 points, which he registered in the Eurobasket 2022 qualifiers. And he's done this in just one half of basketball. Well, when you feel it, you feel it. He definitely has felt it in that first half, and we'll see if he can carry it on to the second half, or maybe Spain are going to have to rely on somebody else. Ukraine's offensive struggles late in the first half allowed Spain to come back. But they did get some good performance from this guy, Dmitry Skapintsev. You can see what he brings to the table. He is a presence in that low post. Also, watch this play. I'm going to turn this into an alley-oop. He was fouled on the play as well by Almanza and went to the free throw line. Well, we're in Riga. These are the European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, a battle between two teams that have won their opening two games. So 2-0 each team beating Georgia and each team beating Denmark. And if you like seeing Spain play Ukraine, well, you'll also get to see them play again in a few days' time. On Monday, they will trade blows in Oviedo, España, in Spain. So they're meeting each other twice in this window. And Ukraine really, I would think, would be happy to get away with one win out of these two games. And you could maybe say the same for Spain. It sort of feels like Ukraine had some opportunities in that first half where maybe they could have established a bigger lead and did not, and you wonder if that's going to hurt them as they come back out here in this second half. So Skapintsev playing big minutes with Artem Pustoye picking up 3 fouls, limiting the captain in the game, forcing him to go out of the game. Pustoye only played, well, he did play 7 minutes. 7 minutes and 19 seconds, had 2 points, an assist, and a rebound. But it has been tough work really for both of these teams. Spain, remember, you know, you're talking about one of the emblematic teams, most emblematic teams in international basketball, especially since the millennium. Right now ranked number 7 in the FIBA World Ranking, behind USA, Germany, Serbia, France, Canada, Australia. Of course, Spain have gone through into a transition phase. Had so many legends. Navarro, Juan Carlos Navarro, you had Pau and Marc Gasol, Sergio Rodriguez, Rudy Fernandez, so many greats. And now it's more of a new generation coming out and trying to get the job done here against a Ukraine team that oh so eager to make it back to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. It was great having them at the World Cup in Bilbao in 2014.
Шановні вболівальники, звертаюсь до вас, нагадую, що за вашу активність сьогодні ви зможете отримати майку збірної України з баскетболу. Я даже можу вам назвати номер гравця, номер 30. Я думаю, вболівальники знають, що це номер
So Alexander Volkov sitting courtside, Ukrainian, obviously one of the more famous players who made it to the NBA, where he played for Mike Fratello. That was the connection to get Fratello to coach Ukraine for a few years. Aaron Bassis, 13 points. And he's actually been in some good form of late. When you look back at his numbers in Spain, he had 13 points against Unicaja Malaga. He had 14 against Lleida. And then when they took on Barcelona, he only had 7. But even 12 points against Valencia, 10 against Breogán. He had 12 against Recoleta Salud, and he also had against Zaragoza 10 points. So he's been in some good form of late. And I think that was an astute decision to have him in this team, because he's healthy, he's been playing well, and he's a veteran. Here's Mateo. I'll let you listen in. Scanning the QR code to get the FIBA Basketball World Cup Qualifiers app. You can look at schedules, results, latest, updates to scores as they go along. Videos, press conferences, you name it. And there's Bagatskis hoping to engineer a famous win today here in Riga. Of course, Bagatskis also quite handy on the ice. He loves playing that sport. Of course, he earned a living playing this sport. And we are underway here in the second half. Spain with the opening possession, trailing by a point. Remember, both teams winning both games in the last window, the opening window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Qualifiers. And coming up and getting the steal to Chenko, and then bats it over to Kovlar, and he lays it up and in. Well, very opportunistic start to the game, or to the second half rather. And now an offensive foul. Moving screen.
For Team Spain, number 22, Santi Justa.
So that was on Justa. Here, see if we can. Didn't see that. Kovlar drives in, back outside now, an offensive foul on Skapentsev.
Offensive foul for Team Ukraine, number 13, Vyacheslav Bobrov, his first.
No, excuse me, Bobrov. That was legal from Skapentsev. So Bobrov's first foul gives it back to Spain. Pierre Oriola back in the Spain team. Remember, he was a real up-and-comer. He was playing at Eurobasket 2017. Also played in that team that won the World Cup in 2019 and kind of disappeared. Now he's back. Spain pass it around outside. Cardenas, did he get it off in time? Yes, he did. Oh, I don't think he did. If they reviewed that. 8 points. Bobrov takes it in, misses, and now Spain with a chance to take the lead. I think it could be Fernandez passing it back outside. Oriola, high arcing three. Spain with their biggest lead of the game. The half didn't start well, but now they've recovered, and a foul has been called. Well, it definitely seems to me like Spain caught a break with Cardenas's three. Look at this. No, this is Oriola, excuse me. He got his off in plenty of time, but Cardenas's, I think it left his hands too late. 3-point shot. Kovlar knocks it down. Knotted at 38 again. Cardenas dribbles left, dribbles in, puts it up and in, bringing some offense, this young man. Kovlar has it. Skapentsev going to work, and good job, Oriola. Offensive rebound. Bobrov has it taken away by Fernandez, who hears the whistle, gets the shot up. Will they give him 3 free throws? And they will not.
Second personal foul.
Reaching in, no foul. Beautiful bounce pass. Oriola fumbles it and puts it up and in, gets it back. And suddenly Spain looking like they might get a little bit of separation here. Big possession here for Ukraine. They need to get some points. Tkachenko. Skapintsev. Oh. And what a break for Ukraine. And the jump ball possession error is going to keep it at this end. That pass was made, and the recipient certainly was not expecting it. Shot clock down to 3. They get an open look to Tkachenko. And offensive rebound and put back by Skapintsev. Fernandez gets in. Oh, just how many times do we watch this during the game? Just has such great finishing ability, driving to the basket. He's got 9 points. Kopitar puts it up and knocks down the 3. It's a 1-point game again. Three-point shot off target, but the offensive rebound for Justa. And he misses the layup. Kopitar gets to the corner. Lukashev for 3, and it's Ukraine back in front. Very important response by Ukraine. They go back in front. Cardenas puts it up, ball deflected. He's looking for a foul. They battle for the basketball. Spain comes up with it. Cardenas, and the foul, I believe, on Bobrov, and almost an opportunity. So Lipovic coming back in, Zotov coming back in. Oh yeah, it looked like Bobrov got Fernandez on the right arm. It wasn't called. That was Ukraine knocking one down. Kopitar as well, hitting the 3. Kopitar now with 13 points. Skapintsev has 10. Fernandez. So tough on him. Fernandez for 3. He's feeling it. The guard play for Spain is the difference for them. Go back up by 1. Kopitar again. Lipovic gets blocked. Ran right into Oriola, who's been really good in that low post. Here, Oriola providing that presence on defense that Spain did not have in the first half. Zotov picks up the foul, fouling Cardenas. There's Jaime Fernandez again. Dribbles in, little runner. Oriola, another rebound. Oriola just 6'8", 2.05 meters in height, but he's playing bigger, and look at that. Orioli rather, getting the bucket, and Spain go up by 3. Oh, Zotov going down hard. Good pass. But Pierre Oriola has made a huge difference in this second half, providing his presence in that low block, that low post.
Подбор, все окей. Они живут на нашем подборе. Сейчас ничего не говорим. Сейчас ничего не говорим. Играем. Смотри, играй. Рога в сторону. Первый заслон Липа. Ты здесь. Делай так. И Сань, ты ставишь заслон. Липа. Виталий нападает. Через середину уходит. Мяч здесь из капа. И ходит на пятилетку.
Пацаны, все хорошо, давай, бьемся. Наша земля. Давай, давай, подбор.
Well, you talk about the strength of Spain, and in this game, at least from a scoring standpoint, it's been the backcourt. Cardenas, 10 points. Jaime Fernandez now has 12 points. Ferran Bastos, 13 points in the first half. So 35 of Spain's 49 points have been scored by these guys, by the backcourt. Fernandez with his 12 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. And again, his experience and also playing at that high level in Spain and the Basketball Champions League really comes through, really shines through. So tough. Fernandez trying to stay with him. Oh, Golf pretty came close to scoring. That was a difficult attempt. Mustovi's going to come into the game. Fernandez again, another layup. And he's got 14. Now leading Spain in scoring. Skapinsev thought about launching it. Now Zotov. Zotov got it to Tkachenko, but it was knocked away. And Oriola comes up with the basketball. Cardenas for Spain. Up 5, their biggest lead of the game. Pauli dribbles left. Oriol Pauli drives in. And the foul called on Ukraine. Skapinsev picks up his 3rd foul on this play. So the 2 bigs, and you see the clenched fist raised by Oriol Pauli, excuse me, by Pierre Oriola. And he has been huge in this second half, much like Fernandez. And meanwhile, Oriol Pauli goes to the line. Only makes 1 of 2. So it's a 6-point lead. Ukraine have had issues putting the ball in the basket. Nogues gets the assignment on Kovlar. Kovlar knifes his way in, drives in, and takes a very difficult shot. And once again, you saw who came over to help was Oriola. And here's Nogues. Oh, gets it outside. The 3-point shot is good. And boy, that felt like a dagger. Alex Reyes, who had a difficult first half, nails the 3. It's a 9-point advantage for Spain. And now if you're a Ukraine fan, you got concerns. Zotov, simply because they are just really having an almighty struggle getting the ball in the basket right now. Working really hard. But this is a great play. Look at this, Nogues right there. But instead of shooting it, passes it back outside. And that is the game in 2026. Sometimes you're going to pass up layups for 3s, or at least layup attempts. Meanwhile, Ferran Bastos comes back into the game. Nearly 8 minutes into this 3rd quarter. And Ukraine missing with that attempt. See some of the Ukraine fans here enjoying the moment, being able to watch their national team in action. 5 points to assist for Zotov. Ukraine looked really sharp in the first quarter. They were able to battle. First half, they were the better team, barely. Alonso over to Oriola. Pauli dribbles left. Gets in. Oh, nice hesitation. Passes back outside to Bassis. Oh my! His career high with Spain just keeps going up and up. He's got 16. Look at that, perfect from three-point range. 4 of 4. The lead is 11. And great defense by Spain, forcing the turnover. Well, he was definitely reaching, but he couldn't quite get there. And Spain's defense having some success now. Alonso again plays for Breogán. Now they're going to turn it over. They're going to put their heads together and say, no, he did in fact deflect it. So the basketball will stay at this end. I'm not even sure they reviewed. I don't think they reviewed it. I don't think it was a coach's challenge. Zotov left open, puts it up. Just don't look as confident shooting those jumpers as they did in the first half. Spain have been far better from three-point range, especially this guy's 4-4, Bassis. And Alonso chucks it up, offensive rebound, Oriola, and he scores. Well, I'm almost tempted to say this guy's made more of a difference than anybody in this second half. Oriola, the way he's played, he's got set. It's not so much his offense, it's what he's done at this end of the court. And now Pustoyi picks up foul number 4. Oh no, it's on Zotov, excuse me. Well, I think Alonso sold that one pretty well. Look at Oriola again, just doing the dirty work today. Sometimes in these, in basketball, you got to find the right lineup. Sometimes a player is going to give you more on a certain day. Alonso drives in, and that was off the backboard already, and Spain continued to pile it on, now leading by 13 points. They've outscored Ukraine 30-14 in this third quarter. Here it is from the wing. Lipovy off target, but they get it back. When Lotus gets it up, misses again. And it's just been a thankless task putting up those threes in this second half for Ukraine. Can't get anything to drop. Three-point shot, and Alonso knocks one down for Spain. And right at the end of the quarter as well, it's an 18-point lead for Spain. They have taken command of this game. Again, could not have gone any worse this third quarter for Ukraine. And really Spain just taking matters into their own hands. 65-47, Spain on top of Ukraine. Well, Ukraine started well this second half with that, taking advantage of that turnover and fast break, but Spain getting yeoman's work from this guy, hitting the three, Oriola, but also the work he's done down low. Here he kind of fumbled it, but got it back and scored. Skapinsev with the offensive rebound and put back jam. But again, Fernandez doing what he's been doing all season long for Tenerife, coming out, driving to the basket. Kovar gave a little bit of hope with this three-pointer, as Ukraine kept it right there, kept it close, but then Spain just pulled away over the last few minutes of that third quarter. Just kind of went off the rails. And many threes, Alex Reyes included. And now it is a long way back for Ukraine. Scanning the QR code to get courtside 1891. That'll allow you to watch live streams, extended highlights, and keep up with everything in international basketball. Fourth quarter underway. Alonso just hit a three at the end of the quarter. And good defense from Ukraine, knocking it away. And they get it down when Lovic puts it up and finally gets one to drop. Lovic has really had his struggles today. Alonso drives in and gets fouled by Lovic. Well, not impossible right now for Ukraine, but they've got to get stops at this end, and they're going to have to play much better on offense than we've seen all game, really. They're going to have a chance to come back against Spain. Alonso steps up to the line, makes the first. Again, plays for CB Breogán in Spain. They're 8-12 in the standings. Breogán makes the second as well. Lovic is Pauli on his backside and gets the foul called on him. Alonso, meanwhile, having a good season at Breogán, averaging 15 points per game, shooting 41.5% from three-point range. So it's great to see him get a chance to play for his country. Qualifiers. Oh, it's kind of pushed off on Basas, who gets up. Basas felt like he was pushed down. He's not liking that call. Looked like he was going to go after. Okay, Qualifiers. Now he's having words with him. Well, I don't think you can be too upset up 18 points, and you're definitely, nah, that's both guys. I think that's more Farmer Basas trying to get his team excited. Now the turnover, Pauli has it. Now Basas. Bastos again, bounce pass, Oriola, and he's fouled. So he's going to the line. It's on Pustogi. Oriola misses. I think when Coach Chus Mateo has his press conference, he's going to say something good about Oriola, because he has been right in the thick of it with Spain coming from behind. He offered him that inside presence that they just did not have in the first half. Bobrov comes in for kind of an out of sorts Pustogi. He doesn't look anywhere near his normal self today. $19-point advantage. Ukraine in a race against time. And even if they don't win, they want to get this deficit down as close as possible. Because who knows, maybe they could win in Spain. Vojnilovic fouled as he backs up Reyes. Yeah, I think Reyes got him in the face. You can see on the replay. Oh, come on. That was blatant. Vojnilovic makes the first. 18 points. Plays for BC Saba in Azerbaijan. Made their debut in the Basketball Champions League this season, in fact. Makes the second as well. Back to 17 points. Three-pointer from the wing. Vojnilovic with the board. Kovlar goes in for the wide open layup. And they get it back to a 15-point deficit. Just like Ukraine. Now they got to lock down at this end. Good work. Vojnilovic trying to keep it away from Oriola, and then it's Lipovi that takes it away. Oh, and Lipovi with the foul, turning it over. He realized he was going to turn it over. He made the pass. I don't know if he thought there was going to be a cutter there. In fact, it wasn't his pass. It was just great defense by Reyes reaching in. Bastos is definitely irritated. A little too irritated for a guy that's had his career. They're going to look at it. Maybe he's right. They're going to try to upgrade it. Coach's challenge to see if it's an unsportsmanlike. So watch Lipovi after this. You know, to me it looks like he's reaching for the ball. Here you go. But there, he looks initially like he's reaching for the ball, but then he definitely gets Bastos' hands. I know. It was a clear reach for the ball initially. And Bastos did well to make it look kind of unsportsmanlike, but I don't think they're going to upgrade it, but let's see. Yeah, they keep it as a normal foul. Lipovi picks up his second foul. That was a frustrating turnover for Ukraine. They had a little bit of momentum. They had the ball. They'd cut it to 15. Had they scored there, they could have made it 13, 12. Now Spain have it back. And Alonso, who made the All-Star 5 back in 2016 at the Under-20 European Championship when Spain won that title. Now getting a chance to run with the big boys. It's taken a while. Oh, nice pass to Oriola. He gives it back to Pauli. Here's Alonso. Look at that, the box out by Oriola. Just textbook. Pauli dribbles in, and not quite enough elevation, but it feels like Oriola is the only player that's able to rebound the basketball. Even if he doesn't have better position, he's the guy that gets to the basketball. So Ukraine have possession. Bastos goes back out. 13 of his 16 points he scored in the first half. So the alternating possession is why Ukraine have it. They call it the jump ball. 15-point lead for Spain. Kovlar can't stand up after he goes down. He looks at the ref. He thinks he was fouled. He's got to do better there. The Tirtiznek comes into the game. Oh, he stepped over the line. Did Cardenas. Don't see that often. So Ukraine get it back. Still time in this game for them, 7 minutes, trailing by 15, but they need to get it going quickly. Kovliar looks for space. Dunzen, how about, oh, the alley-oop was there for Bobrov, not able to finish. It was on a platter for number 13. Oriol Pauli drives in with the left hand and finishes beautifully. He's a slasher. Now Vojnilovic going up against, and are they going to call the charge? No, they're going to call the blocking foul once again on Reyes. Well, maybe that was a tough call. Looked like he had his feet set. One of the heroes comes back into the game. Fernandez for Alonso. Zoltov, who's been sitting for a while, is going to come back in as Bigatskis sits Kovlar. Wonder if he's tempted to put Lukashov back in the game just for his firepower. Bobrov just missed the alley-oop dunk. So they called a technical foul as well on Reyes. So he picked up his third foul. They called it, sorry, that was just his second, the technical. Point lead for Spain. And Bobrov almost tapped it in. Cardenas drives in. Almost. Now the other way. Zotov, mighty pull up. No, Tkachenko. Nice handoff. Bobrov this time doesn't miss. Good work by Ukraine. Daniil Shelist in the game. Got the assist on that one. Getting his first minutes. Here he is guarding the basketball. Shelest. That's a tough assignment for him, trying to guard Fernandez. Oh, Ukraine has some size out there right now. The ball goes off of Fernandez's hands and out of bounds. Shelest also plays in Spain with Oviedo Club Baloncesto. Coming up close to winning time here. Spain with a 14-point advantage. Bobrock puts it up from deep. Fernandez again, and Zotov with the fouls. Fernandez could end up as the leading scorer. He's got 14 points. Basas has 16. But again, that Spain backcourt has been the difference today, along with the inside presence of Pierre Oriola, who's playing the whole second half. He's played more than 16 minutes right now. Fernandez gets to the baseline, cuts back in, gets it to the corner. Here from the wing, Cardenas for three. But Gaskas calls timeout. And exciting to see these kind of newer faces in the lineup for Spain. Cardenas getting his coach excited, Chus Mateo. And he liked that, not just because it went in, but because of all the work that went into getting that shot and all the passing, the extra passes. Well, Ukraine came in with, remember, they came in with a 2-0 record. They outscored Spain 21-17 in the first quarter. They went to halftime with a 1-point lead, but the wheels just kind of came off in that third quarter when they gave up 33 points. And it's really imperative for them to try to finish this game strong, not only to get a feel-good factor going back into that second meeting with Spain in Oviedo. Yeah, that was an offensive foul. But also because you never know. I mean, the goal difference, points difference, they just need to get it going. There's Oriola slapping hands with Alonso. Remember, under 20 European champion when he made the All-Star 5 back in 2016. So tough to break into this Spain senior team over the years, but now getting a chance here in the qualifiers, averaging more than 15 points per game in Spain at his club. Entry pass. Bobrov, nice footwork from the big fella. Can Spain be ruthless and just really turn on the style here late in the game? Ethan Almanza back in the game. Turn, skip pass over to Fernandez. He's got to get it up. And Ukraine hold firm this time, and Fernandez going for the steal. Tkachenko gets it up and misses. Follows up the miss, and he's fouled by Almanza. Ukraine just can't make a three-pointer this half. It feels like just 6 of 24 now for the game. Ethan Almanza, what must it be like to be him at Real Madrid? Such a huge reputation as a youth player, getting a chance with the senior team now. Order Pally goes out. He's been working hard today. Pally's got 7 points, 2 assists, a couple of rebounds. Been playing some good D. Tkachenko takes his time and gets the first one to fall. Just his 3rd point of the game. Tkachenko plays in Croatia with BC Zadar and gets both to go. And it's back to a 13-point deficit. And now we get to see Mihail Bublik. Bublik with Kyiv Basket in Ukraine. If Ukraine could get a stop and go down and get it to 10, but look at that. Santi Justo, another 3 for Spain. They have shot 50% from 3-point range, 12 of 24. So tough. Hooping and scooping. Gets it down low, and how about the big fella? Well, he looks good. Shell's coming in. Hasn't played much today, but he might be playing some more after this. Look how strong he is. Doesn't get a ton of elevation, but his size and strength evident on this dunk. He got hammered as well and still was able to finish. Daniil Shelist going to the line. Shelist is a young man, 22 years of age. Looks bigger than 2.06 meters, 6'9". Does not make the free throw. Well, he'll be going back to Oviedo where he plays. And Bobrov with the foul. Rodriguez coming back in for Spain. Well, 32 teams will be at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Qatar. It is all going to be in one city. It's going to be easy for fans to get around. It's going to be a huge event. And just remembering all those fantastic World Cups we've had going back over the years, certainly in recent times. Last version is Almanza makes 1 of 2 in Philippines, Japan, Indonesia. Before that, in China, 8 cities across, of course, in Spain, 2014, Turkey, 2010, Japan, 2006. That was one of the more incredible ones. Of course, they always have so many talking points. 2002, Indianapolis. 98, it was in Athens. 94, Toronto. Just FIBA's flagship event always delivers. And the way the competition is now just gets better and better. Germany are the defending champions, and they will be a force to be reckoned with, as they showed also by winning the FIBA Eurobasket last year. Canada, clearly an up-and-coming team. Serbia, you always have to take account of. USA, they should be good, and that is a long miss. And now a chance to go for Santi Justo. USA losing yesterday to Dominican Republic in their qualifier. Cardenas has it, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Cardenas gets it up, and he has been looking slick. 16 now for him. So both he and Basas leading Spain. There's a foul. Look at Cardenas. He's got some real qualities that can help this team. Look at. Looks over his teammates. Yeah, that was a 3. So today he is 4 of 4 from 3-point range. So how about Basas and Cardenas, a combined 8 of 8 from three-point range. That is some good shooting. Good job at the line. So it's his neck, making it a 16-point game. Final minute 45. Fernandez back outside on Mansa. That's it. Even he's making the threes tonight. Bobrovsky, or rather Bobrov, catches it, goes up, and finishes a nice reverse. I think he could have been an NFL tight end in another life. He is a big, strong man. And Albasta says, okay, I'm supposed to be the guy that leads everybody in scoring today. I'm coming back in to get my points. Both he and Cardenas each with 16 lead Spain. And Jaime Fernandez, who just checked out, has 14. And Santa Justa loses it out of bounds. So Ukraine want to call a timeout once again, just to kind of set the table here for the finish, and just as a reminder that, hey, every possession counts. Kovlar leading the way for Ukraine with 15 points. Bagaska's trying to get on the same page with his players, and this again is Cardenas knocking down his 4th three in as many attempts. And these players, you know, they will know that when they get the opportunity to put on the Spain shirt and play, it's an opportunity to go out and show, hey, consider me for that final roster for the World Cup if we make it, because I want to be on the plane to Qatar. Also worth noting, Greece are 2-0, Turkey 2-0. They're going up against Serbia in a few hours. That's going to be an exciting one. Czechia, perhaps a little surprising, 2-0. Hungary, they've had a great start, 2-0. Same group with Finland and France and Belgium. Poland, perhaps a little bit underrated. They're 2-0 going into tonight's game against Latvia, and Croatia and Germany are both 2-0. Here as we start the second window. Sotov passes back outside to Bobrov. Sotov again. Now it gets down low, and oh boy, Bobrov was going for the hammer. Santa Justa again. Spain trying to get some more points to get the three, and they do. 20-point advantage for Spain. And Ukraine will try to hold it for the last shot. Nogues on Zotov. Again, Bobrov has it. Back outside for a three. And good attempt right at the end from Chelis, but not able to go. And Spain, after trailing in the first half by a point, blow Ukraine out in the second, 86-66, to remain unbeaten and to move a step closer to qualification for the second round. Well, tough half at the office for Ukraine, and Ferenc Basas going up and hugging Pistovi, who he knows in Spain, Kovlar as well. Basas had a great game, 13 of his 16 points in the first half. Cardenas finished with 16 points as well, 14 for Fernandez. And crucially for me was the play of Pierre Oriola, who just kind of brought a strong, experienced presence to the court in that second half, in that third quarter, when Spain went from really having to scrap and battle to taking command. Well, the Ukraine fans that came to watch leave disappointed, but nevertheless proud of their team. They did put in an effort today. Just ran into a better team, especially in the second half. And again, 15 of 27 from deep for Spain. That is tough to beat. 13 of 17 at the line. Had a much better second half as well. Won the rebounding battle. Credit to Ukraine. Has some good things happen today. 2 more assists than Spain. Forced some turnovers. Kovlar had 15, Skapincev 10, but it was Cardenas, Basas, and Jaime Fernandez that led the way offensively for Spain, and Pierre Oriola inside itself was a real wall. Kovlar driving in, scoring in that fourth quarter. But Spain just had the wind in their sails in the second half, and there was no stopping them. And these guys just play so hard with so much, just so much desire. It's really tough to beat them over 40 minutes. And it doesn't matter which Spain team it is. You always know you're going to get a hard game against a Spain team. Jules Mateo just really excited to be the coach of this team. Done such a great job throughout his career coaching in Spain, and now the ultimate honor of leading this team and following in the footsteps of Sergio Scariolo. Wants to make the most of it. Santa Yusta, all these players, they want to finish this window with 2 wins and clinch a spot in the second round. Well, give it up for Daniel Shelis. He's got a little bit of something to look back on and be proud of, getting the dunk there while getting fouled. And then Cardenas, who was 4-4 from 3-point range, just like Ferenc Basas. And boy, what got into these guys? They were awesome from downtown. Santa Yusta. Again, Spain, 15 of 27 from 3-point range as they roll to an 86-66 win over Ukraine after trailing by a point at halftime. So following that result, Spain up at the top in Group A at 3-0. Ukraine dropped to 2-1. Still in second place. And a battle of 0-2 teams, Denmark and Georgia, will commence at 7:30 p.m. local time tonight in Denmark.